How's everyone doing? Good morning, good afternoon. Hi. Rajana, hi, how are you? How are you? We are here for the tea leaf readings. So if you would like a reading, I could pick a card for you. We can see kind of what I'm feeling guided towards. This one. That one. That one. So what do we have? We have kangaroo, unsettling time, needs a plan. Yeah, you need to plan. Yeah, the kangaroo is all about planning. Take some time to start scheduling things, journaling, writing things down. That's very important. Four-leaf clover, good fortune, great news, and not. Okay, so there are so what it seems like is there's some unsettling times, right? Some inability to make a decision, inability or the lack of planning ahead. And the knot is about when you don't plan ahead and you kind of go willy-nilly, taking the plans that you have and just throwing them out there or going in that direction. It could be very chaotic or unsuccessful. So I think what the kangaroo and the knot is saying that is if you were to plan this out, if you were to journal it or make a map or write it out or make plans with someone, that it has the potential of being successful. But if you were to take that idea and just throw it out there and attempt to create something out of it, the fortune or the opportunity that it has, that potential that it has, won't be there. Does that make sense? So if you have an idea, take some time with it, kind of write it out. Do something that kind of puts it in motion in its own time instead of rushing forward with it and trying to create something that will then not be so successful because you didn't plan it. You didn't take time with it. Does that make sense? And the angel card is release. And this card is about the end of a phase or a situation. It's also about spiritual transformation and time to move on. So we had those three cards, plus we have the release card with Archangel Azrael. And again, this is all about releasing, letting go, the end of a phase, and some sort of spiritual or emotional, physical, spiritual transformation. So that is your reading, my friend. Rishi Day, how are you? A lot of red flags there, a lot of rum, or ram. Not sure what all of that means, but thank you for stopping in. Karen's current feeling for Pravi. Let's do a tarot reading with that. Hold on for a second. Winter Bearer. Karen's current feelings for Pravi. Let's see what tarot cards we have. Ooh. All right. So the tarot cards we have are the Ten of Swords. So something happened. There was an event here that really was heartbreaking. It was a betrayal of some sort. A betrayal, a deceit, a backstabbing situation. But because it's a 10, we're moving out of that. And we're moving into a time of success and happiness and rebirth and a happy kind of like inspirational energy. And I think this person is really sitting with the idea of starting a partnership, friendship, relationship, if that makes sense. So I think that their current feelings are they would like to sit with or be, hold on for a second. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know. You know, I heard somebody say that anytime someone comes into a room, regardless if they're there for good or bad, it still gets it out there. So whatever. Because they're bored, because they're angry, because they don't have a life, because they're unhappy with themselves, so they must be throwing that or projecting that unhappiness to others. Who knows why people are so rude? Who knows? We don't let it affect us, right? I mean, why? Why extend any more energy into being equally as rude or giving someone who is rude time or effort? No, dear. No one needs anything, but thank you for asking. So any cahoots, we are offering mini readings. So if anyone is interested in a mini reading, yeah, let's do it. Let's go with it. Oh, I have tons of cards. Why am I so attracted? Attracted to the cards or I have a lot here on the table actually. And I'll share them with you. So we have the Angel Tarot, and this is from Doreen Virtue when she used to do all of her cards. So these are really pretty, and I like that they have the wording at the bottom. Those are really nice. And then we have the Spellcasting Oracle. I really, really love these. The colors are great. The pictures are wonderful, and it's pretty self-explanatory on what it is that they're saying. We have the Crow Tarot, the Energy Oracle. So many beautiful cards, and thank you so very much. Mini reading, please. Hello, joining live for the first time. Welcome. Hi. Would you mind if I just did a general reading for you without any questions or anything like that? Leticia? Wonderful. All right. So one card came out, 2 cards came out, 3 cards came out. Okay, so I think I love this for you. So the first card that came out is the Page of Pentacles. So pages are always new adventures and new opportunities. So I think that you have this amazing, creative, independent energy that is around you at the moment, and you're very, very open and very grateful to the opportunities that are around you. And this opportunity has the potential of really putting you into a time of financial abundance. And Spirit doesn't want you to really focus so much on the direction or where you're going and how you're doing it or what you're doing. Just allow yourself to kind of go with the flow. We can see that this young person is at a crossroads, and we can see that he's really not bothered. There's a map at his feet and he's flipping a coin. So it's kind of like this, I know that I have the reassurance of spirit, source, God behind me. So I don't really have to get all up in my feels, or I don't have to get insecure or doubtful about the direction I'm going, because as long as I am moving and doing, things will happen. Things will come to fruition. And there are a lot of people kind of celebrating this for you, really looking at you and celebrating you and receiving you and congratulating you. And the dress that she's wearing, we see this on the Queen of Wands too. So the dress is about power, but it's also about protection. And what Spirit wants you to know, that as you are moving on this creative adventure, doing this wonderful creative thing, that there are many people around you who are celebrating you. There are many people around you who are congratulating you. You are stepping into your power. You are protecting what you've created. You are following your intuition. You are connecting to spirit and source. There's a part of you that knows when you have to protect yourself, and there's a part of you that knows when you can offer to others who are there to reciprocate that offering, not just there to take, if that makes sense. And it all leads to this beautiful 10 of Cups energy, this peaceful, abundant, prosperous, familial, loving, caring. I mean, it's almost like this is what you're working towards. This is what you imagine your life being. A person to share your ideas with, a person or a family to nurture, to create with, to achieve success and abundance with. And it all starts by standing at a crossroads and knowing that you are capable of really going out and exploring and being in that energy of creativity and intuition, and being very open to whatever comes from that. And I give you kudos for that, because a lot of people, when they get to that crossroads, they make a bigger deal out of it than it is, right? We have a tendency as humans to kind of overthink a lot. And when our mind gets to going, we have a tendency to kind of just push everything aside if we're unable to make a decision right then and there at that point. And then we start to procrastinate, and then we start to back away from the opportunities that we are given because we're unable to make a solid, sound decision. So I think with you, you know that you have the backing of spirit, or the backing of source, or the backing of God, if you will. And you know that you are divinely protected whatever direction you go. So you're perfectly fine with being at that crossroads and saying, I'm just going to flip this quarter and see where it goes, and then just go. So I give you kudos for that. And by the way, I'm a Sagittarian too. So awesome. Hey, Jimmy, how are you? Just in case you haven't heard, God doesn't judge, and you don't have the authority to judge me or anyone else, because no one gave you that. So moving on, have a great day. And you can ask a question. Most definitely. Yes, you can. Jimmy, no one is here for that, darling. No one is here for you and your Bible thumping, and you're going on and on and on about it, right? You have You know, if you think God judges, you have no authority. You are not God. You are not a messenger of God. You are a person who is trolling someone's YouTube channel, looking for a reason to pound your pulpit and preach. Perhaps maybe you'd like to go do that somewhere else, or continue to be here and attract more people. And I thank you for that. Is Brendan using me without any emotions involved? Let us see. And so, Anne, the Two of Swords is an inability to make a decision, but we have all of this wonderful abundance. So I'm wondering if that 10 of Pentacles and that 9 of Pentacles is where you are at the moment, right? Very abundant, very prosperous, really growing, sitting in your intuition, very loyal, in a position of power, in a position of creativity, in a position of abundance and prosperity. So it seems like you have all of this wonderful, abundant energy around you. And then there is this energy that says that is kind of distracted by something kind of on the side, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. So I think what you're being guided to do, and I'm going to pull one more card if that's okay. I think what you're being guided to do is to be drawn into your intuition instead of asking, and I know this is going to sound weird, right? Instead of asking others for the guidance that you need, you are being guided to tap into your intuition and not be distracted by the voices in your head, by the insecurity and the doubt, and by the uncertainty that you have within. Because I kind of feel that you've been burned a number of times, which is why there is this underlying insecurity and doubt around you. And sometimes we allow the voices in our head to really kind of take over. If you've been burned once, if I've been burned once or twice, I'm going to have a really hard time trusting someone and trusting their motives and where those motives lead, if that makes sense. So it is important that you kind of sit with the question that you're asking. I'm going to put those there. Sit with the question that you're asking and kind of tap into that divine guidance and intuition. Yeah, there's the other card that came out is the Temperance. So this is about balance and stability, and it's also about moderation. So I think what you're being guided to do here is kind of sit with yourself and sit with your intuition and read the energy around you, if that makes sense. And I know sometimes it's very difficult to look within self and ask the question to Spirit, Source, God, if this relationship or this partnership is the relationship or partnership for me, because all the ones I thought before were, and I kind of got burned. But I think there's needs to be a little balance and stability here. And I don't think it's fair that when we get into other relationships that we are stigmatizing this new person with situations that have happened from our past, if that makes sense. So if someone used you before, used you for your money and was not giving emotionally to you, you are sometimes you're going to kind of think that this will always be the case, right? So sometimes we have to give someone the benefit of the doubt and kind of allow ourselves to be open to see kind of things more clearly. So with that balance and with the Temperance energy, it's important that you allow yourself a little bit of stability and balance, and that you allow yourself a little bit of allow this relationship a little bit of room. And I know that didn't answer your question 110%, but I hope it gave you a little bit of clarity and eased your mind just a little bit. Know that you are divinely guided and loved, my friend. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Oh, I once was lost, but now I have found, was blind, but now I see. Ooh. Hey, Jimmy, we're saving your soul, my child. With all that judgment, you ain't got no place to go. So sit down, raise your hands to the Lord and surrender. Let's cut all those old cords, 'cause Jimmy, you know what you need, a little bit of guidance. You can't deceive. Oh, we know you, Jimmy. Oh, yes, we do. Walking to the river, hand in hand with you. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy. 23 for the rebellion is the sin of divination, and the presumption is an inequality and idolatry, because you have rejected, the word of the Lord. Oh, Jimmy, you have rejected the word of the Lord. Everybody singing. Oh, Jimmy, you have rejected the word of the Lord. We love you, Jimmy, and we send you blessings, love, and light. Eliana, hi. Woo. Anyway, there will be peace in the valley tonight. All right. I was just playing around and not really giving it a go, but thank you. Ooh. Hold on, you guys. Let me pause this for a second. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Jimmy is praying for me. Thank you, Jimmy. No, because it's not my place to convince others to do anything, Jimmy. And it's not your place to convince others to do anything, Jimmy. And if you feel that you spreading your word and demonizing people and criticizing people for sharing a little bit of love and light to others, then I don't think you're working for the Lord. I think you're more in tune with the devil than you think I am. So, Eliana, hi, would you like a reading, my friend? Yes. Yes. Oh, Pima. Yes, you asked for a reading earlier, all the way back there. All the way back there, and there you are. Eliana, would you mind if I did Pima first? She had asked for a reading a while back. All right. Pima, do you have a question or would you like a general reading? Let's move this basket. All right, here we go. We're going to be using the Everyday Witch. One, two, three. All right. So we have the Two of Cups. Oh, my goodness gracious. Was this about a relationship? You know what? So this is interesting. So I love this. Hold on for a second, because this is quite interesting. I hope that this comes through because we have the Two of Cups, right? And the Two of Cups is about finding this energy, this person energy who you could be open with and talk to and really share your ideas, right? This is a very nurturing, compassionate, there's a lot of empathy here, a lot of imagination here, a lot of talking back and forth and sharing your ideas and really sitting with a like-minded person who is just as open as you are, who is just as accepting as you are, right? And then we have the Lovers. So it looks like there is a partnership, a friendship, or a relationship here that grows into something very significant. And then we have the Six of Pentacles that really talks about you being very open to giving, but there may be a little bit of energy that may be reluctant to receive. So it's almost as if you have always been the person to give and give and give and give and give. And it is very difficult for you in relationships, partnerships, or even friendships to be able to receive openly, and be in a place of gratitude for that receptivity, if that makes sense. And I feel that this person that you're meeting now, be it a friend, be it an acquaintance, be it a partner of some kind that leads into a relationship, they are going to help you kind of expand, and they're going to help you be more open, and they're going to help you be more comfortable with the idea of receiving what it is that they're offering to you, be it love, be it abundance, be it security, be it opportunity, be it whatever. It's just that you're going to feel more comfortable very, very soon with being very open to receiving. And I want to say that I kind of feel that there was a point in time in your life when there was a lot of lack, right? There was it was almost as if someone gave you something. There was always someone there to kind of take it back. No, you can't have that. No, you can't afford that. No, you don't deserve that. No, no, no. Which puts us in this energy of thinking that we don't deserve any goodness in our lives, right? But this person, whoever this person is, they're about to flip the script on it. They're about to teach you that I am here to listen, I am here to share, and you are worthy of everything that I am offering you or everything that the world has to offer. And this is a beautiful lesson to learn in such a beautiful, loving, giving environment. So I hope that this relationship or partnership or friendship is I hope that you learn the valuable lesson here that you are worthy, that you are worthy. And that is the lesson here. You are worthy. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of wonderful conversation. You are worthy of abundance and prosperity, and everything that you have given throughout your life is coming back to you tenfolds. Don't doubt that. I hope that helps, my friend. And if you like the reading, please subscribe. All right, Miss Eliana, are you still here? Nor, hi. Amen. Amen. How are you? You are an Aquarius. There's one person before you, so give me 1 minute and we will get right to your reading. We have Eliana, who is in front of you. Guys, make sure that you are subscribing if you want to. I already have the daily energy reading out for today. You can go and check that out. Aries girl, hi. Eliana, what do we have for you? Woo! Dancing to your own tune. Dancing to your own tune. You get all sorts of readings. So we have all of this wonder. Oh, look. So it's almost here with the Judgment and the 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles is that we're coming together with a group of like-minded people to find I think it's more like to make this transformation happen, right? There's this Judgment card, this transformational energy. And I really kind of feel like there is this desire to be in this place of prosperity and abundance. And then there's this conversation like, okay, how do we get there? How do we create this environment of abundance and security and balance? And everybody may have their own ideas on how to do it. I mean, we all have ideas on what we can do to bring more abundance in. What can we do to bring more sustainability in? What can we do to provide more for our family? And everybody has their kind of like own idea of doing that. But there's an idea that strikes a nerve. It turns on the lights, if you will. And we take that idea and we go with it. And it becomes this transformational energy, this aha moment, this ascending moment to a higher level of abundance or a high level of prosperity or energy or strength or courage of nurturing, all of that. So I think that as you have conversations with people that you know, or just kind of sharing ideas back and forth, that there is this wonderful energy or this wonderful idea that you get to where you're like, oh, I can take that and I can do something with that. I can do something with that. And that is absolutely amazing and great and wonderful. So yes, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Let's go. Amen. Yes, let's see. Amen. Amen. I'm getting like a tug of war feeling, like this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth feeling. And I think it's more to do with you and you than you and anybody else. You know, when we have these opportunities that come before us and decisions that we have to make, there is this constant tug of war that we go through, this push and pull, this should I or shouldn't I, this yes or no, this I don't know, maybe. I kind of get that a little bit because in my head, I see this, this kind of like tug of war moment, right? So we have the Knight of Pentacles, an opportunity being offered that takes patience and time. And from that Knight of Pentacles, we have that Seven of Cups energy, the ability to manifest and create whatever your heart desires. So what is that? What does your heart desires? As you're waiting patiently for this moment of abundance, for this moment of strength, this moment of courage, this moment of growth, as you are getting your tools together and starting to create this solid, beautiful, wonderful foundation, what do you dream about? What do you imagine? What do you desire to come into existence? And the star card is about creating that existence. It's those dreams coming true. It's recognizing that sometimes we have dreams that are well beyond their expiration date, and sometimes we're being guided to release those and let those go so we can make room for new energy to come in, and all of these new wishes, all these new desires, all of these new opportunities. So while you're waiting for something to be created, to be manifested, you are being asked to look at your desires. So what is it that you desire? Is there a desire there that may be a little bit out of energetically touch with who you are now, or where you are now, or what you want now? And if there is, we can release that, and we can make room for something more advantageous, more abundant, more prosperous, right? More that suits who we are at this moment, in this time, at this moment, at this time. So I think you have a lot of great things coming in, but I also think that there is a need for patience and a little bit of balance along the way. That this financial opportunity that you will soon, if you haven't been presented with it already, that you will be presented with soon, will give you the opportunity to create a lot of, to bring to fruition a few dreams, give you the opportunity to maybe put a down payment on a house, or buy a car, or travel a little bit, or, kind of whatever it is that you want to do. But we also have to recognize that maybe some of those things are a little bit out of our reach at the moment. So let's make some space and make a place and hold that space in place for all of this new energy to come in, so we are able to do what we need to do right here, right now, in this present moment. I hope that makes sense. We had Aries girl. Hi, is Aries girl still here? Okay, so you're 12? Or are you number 12? Are you the 12th one that gave the thumbs up? Okay, so this is just a general message. I am not a fan of doing readings in regards to wanting past lovers or past significant others back. I'm really not. It's kind of like picking gum up from the bottom of your shoe and chewing it, even though there are hundreds of thousands of millions of packs of gums that you can choose from. I'm not an advocate of being as to want an old lover back, regardless of how that relationship went, or how great it was during that time. For some reason, the relationship went south. For some reason, this person was with somebody else. And for some reason, there's this desire to have them back, even though there is all of this wonderful, amazing world with wonderful, amazing people in it. So I'm not an advocate of doing will they come back to me readings, because I think that we should think more of ourselves, to not waste our time putting our lives on hold to wait for that someone to ever come back. So that is all I have to say about that. Is there anyone that would like a reading? Pam, hi. How are you? You missed my singing. Jimmy was here and he was telling me what a horrible person I was, and witchcraft and devil worshiping and all of that. And he was trying to save my soul. Missed all that. Good times. How are you, my friend? I don't know who Jimmy is, and Jimmy doesn't know me either. He's just someone that came across my live and decided that he was going to be the voice of God today. So we let him be the voice of God. We allowed it because, you know, sometimes people need a place to speak and a place that they can feel comfortable in speaking. So we allowed Jimmy to exercise his right to exercise me. I mean, come on, why wouldn't we? So, you know, we had a little bit of Sunday go to meeting with a little bit of singing, a little bit of praising, a little bit of saving. So there you have it. Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? You know, if he felt that compelled to save my soul, he must think very highly of me. So, I mean, I need all the friends I can get, man. You think he'd be open to loaning me some money? If he is that interested in saving my soul, you think he'd be that interested in giving me a loan? I mean, you know, since being honest. So I need some money more than I need my soul saving. I can tell you that right about now. I got rent. Anyway, enough about Jimmy. I'm sure he'll be back eventually. Would you like a reading, my friend? And then after I do this reading, I sang for him. I mean, goodness gracious. What more can a woman do but sing for the man who is trying to save her soul? Eliana, do you want to do the him and her thing today or tomorrow? And then Pamela, I will do your reading. I need to see how much battery life I have. Okay, 49. Oh, today. Okay. All right. So this is for Pam. Ooh, girl. 9,000,100 cards just jumped down. There's only 72 in the deck. Oh, look at that. Somebody just had that card a minute ago. Being open to receive, right? Being open to receive. You're a giver. I know you're a giver. And I know you're the type of person that would give the shirt off of your back. I know that you're the person who would, you know, give. But you're not as equally as open to receiving as you are to giving. So I think that Spirit is wanting you to look at that from a different perspective and kind of like ask why are you so very open to giving but kind of resistant to the receiving part. And then we have the Strength, and I love that she has her wand. Do you guys find this a little dark? Let me try to turn on the light. Hold on. Is that better? Maybe a little bit. I think that with this wand and this Strength card here, I think that you have the ability to kind of take that energy from that Hanged Man, right? That lesson, that knowledge, and put it toward your ability or your inability to receive and be open to receiving. And I do this a lot. I meditate, and I talk to Spirit, I talk to Source, I talk to my angels and guides and ancestors and all of that. And I request, I request, and then I kind of wait. But I'm a very impatient person. So my waiting period is very, very short. And because my waiting period is very, very short, I have this inability, this lack, this inability to be open to receive. So if what I am asking for doesn't come in this frame of time, I kind of shut down completely and deny myself the gifts that that Spirit is offering me, or that Spirit has for me. So I think, Pam, that you're being guided to really work on your ability to receive and somehow create that balance between the giving and receiving, and maybe take that energy from that Strength card and navigate that ability or that desire to receive, and be kind of, there's this equalness, this balance, right? That I kind of, and that Strength energy is knowing that you have the power to transition that energy in whatever way you want to. You have the power to transition that energy into the energy of receiving if you weren't maybe a little, in a very nice way, an open-hearted way, down on yourself, right? I know a lot of times I get very down on myself, and I get very, I turn inward, and then I start judging everything that I'm doing, and that shuts me off to receiving. And then I have all of this angst and anxiety and anger, and that energy just completely revolves just around me, and I have no way to kind of push it out or transmute it into anything else. So I think with that Strength card, it's using, when you feel yourself getting when you feel yourself stepping into that energy, or getting into that energy, or creating that energy, to transmuting that energy into something else that allows you to be open to the gift of receiving. Does that make sense? Because there's a lot of knowledge for you, I think. There's a lot of knowledge that, because there's this inability to be open to receive, that you may be missing. So, does that make sense? And I'm not saying it's an inability all the time. I'm just saying it's an inability when we get in our heads. And when we get in our heads and that kind of takes over, then we really don't see the blessings around us, right? So Eliana and I do this thing, and we've been doing it for a few weeks now, 3 weeks to be exact, where it is a his and her, a him and her, a him and her. So the first 3 cards are going to be for her, as always. It's very hard to do. This is a her energy. You're with me? Okay, that's a her. This is going to be a for him. Ooh, did you see that card jump like that? All right, he got 4. Ooh, a lot of shit going on with that one. And then we do one card that is a bonus card. Okay, well, for the both of them. There we go. So, for her, oh, look, that's we've been doing this 3 weeks now. And every single time she's got this card, she's not being very open. Not being very open. Does that make sense? Do you see that? She's not being... There's an opportunity here to grow. There's an opportunity here for more. There's an opportunity here for, creativity, abundance, birthing new ideas, standing in her power, being in a place of peace. There's loyalty, there's playfulness, but that 4 of Pentacles almost feels like she's very closed about something, or very closed in regards to accepting something. The 4 of Pentacles also is a card about traveling, depending on what deck. But there's a lot of protection here with the camera and the doors and the locks, and sitting on this abundance that has been created, that has been made. So even though she's making all of this great progress and abundance and security, and that divine feminine energy is there, that divine goddess energy is there, there's still this feeling of being very protecting and coveting what it is that she's creating. I don't think that she is very sure of the people around her. So, right, protection or paranoia, right? Either way, I don't think she's very sure of the people around her. All right, so here we have him. Well, the King of Cups energy. Someone, a divine masculine energy. Someone who is very open to having conversations, open to talking, a very imaginative, celebration, feeling as if they're carrying around a lot of burdens, whatever those burdens are, right? And because we did 3 for her, we're going to put this one aside over there. We know what that means. So I feel like this particular person thinks that they carry the world on their shoulders. Carrying around just a lot of burdens, right? What direction do I go? What do I do? How do I do it? What do I see? How do I face that? I have this responsibility and this responsibility and that responsibility. And how do I deal with all of these responsibilities? But the 10s are transformations into something new. So we're moving out of feeling like we're carrying the world on our shoulders to a time of celebration, a time of achieving. And it's celebrating with a lot of people. Being very creative, following one's intuition, standing in one's power, being very celebratory. So it almost feels as if this person thinks that they have it in the bag, or imagining that they do, because the King of Cups is, look, we have a mermaid back here, very much looking into the future, very much sitting in this place of power, and very open to change, very open to looking toward the future, very open to that nurturing. It's almost as if there's a shift or a change that happens with that particular person. And then here we are with the 7 of Swords, shifty, shady people. And come on, let's face it, what we're talking about, they're all shifty, shady people. We know that the 7 of Swords is someone doing something untoward. There is this energy of manipulation, this energy of backstabbing, this energy of gossiping. So I think that all the news that comes out about each of these, we take with a grain of salt, because we don't really know, because we're not on the in, if you will. And people will say anything to make their camp look or to make the other camp look ignorant or stupid or not excelling or achieving as much. And I think that goes, you know, this one about that one and that one about this one, and they're all gossiping around the water cooler or their $1 million plates of food or whatever it is that rich people do when they gossip about others with their cigars and their brandy and their ice creams and sandwiches and potato chips or whatever the shit. I don't know how they gossip. I don't know what they do when they gossip. I don't know if there's a formality that you go through when you gossip about each other or when you talk trash about each other. I don't know the formalities of that. But to me, this seems like the Seven of Swords just kind of seems like that there's a lot of that nonsense energy coming from both sides. So there, and I just find it interesting that with all of this wonderful energy with the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles, that she would be very paranoid or overly protective of what she is creating. It's almost like the ace up the sleeve. I am going to protect myself from all of this. I know. It's like 1 minute there is all of this very dynamic goddess, abundant, nurturing energy. And then up comes a card to where there's an uncertainty or a standoffishness but then again, we have a lot of, a lot of people talking about the only reason why she is where she is because of, fill in those blanks. We're not making this anything other than he and she. We're not going to go down that road. But if you read what these people post and when they post it and how they post it and what they say, if you read that or went down that rabbit hole, you would think that's the only reason why she's in this position is so other powers that be who are no longer in this position can continue to be in this position, but behind the scenes, right? So I don't know, but I find it interesting that every time we've done a reading, there's always been a little bit of uncertainty there, a little bit of uncertainty. So don't go down the rabbit hole of these people. We don't like these people. They will say anything. And then the Mr. carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. What do I do? But there's a celebratory thing here. So there's a win here on something. We're not talking about it being a win of the whole thing. That's nonsense. There's no way that we could know that. Not even, the cards. But there is a win here for him. And we'll just leave it at that. A win. That is all. Do we pull any other card or do we leave it at that? Do we pull a tea leaf card? Do we pull an angel card? Do we pull an energy oracle card? Or do we just leave it at that? Or a spell casting card? Or a bone and earth card? Or do we just leave the reading here? One angel card. One for each? Or one in general? Just one. All right. Well, you're getting two. I don't make the rules. All right, look at that. The Magician and Renewal. The Magician and Judgment. Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts time to move in a new direction, and you are ready. You have the resources and the ability to manifest. Life is magical. Number 1 and number 20. And there you have it. How interesting is that? Okay. Now we know. Sort of, kind of. Do we know? Not really. We're still in the same position we were before. We know that there's a lot of reviewing and evaluating. We know that there is a favorable assessment of the facts. Ooh, 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 ooh. Remember we talked about the Seven of Swords and going down that rabbit hole, and of people will say anything to make the other person look bad, or maybe going down the rabbit hole of the NEWS, or listening to what they say. On the renewal card, we have a favorable assessment of the facts, So stuff is about to come out, and it's going to be factual. Facts are going to be laid down. Things are going to be coming out, and these are things that people are going to go, get out. No, really? Oh my gosh. I believe it. That kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. A favorable assessment of the facts. Ooh, somebody's getting shut down. Shut down. And then the resources or the ability to manifest. Yeah, I like the Seven of Swords with the renewal and that whole favorable assessment of the facts. That hits. All right. So that is that. The him and her and the its and thems and theirs and the facts. The facts. Got to listen to them facts. But then again, how do you know the facts are the facts? And how do you know the person saying those facts are true and hold their integrity tight? And that's a whole nother thing. All right. Is there anyone else in the room? It's been an hour. I have been blessed, prayed upon, done some readings, created the facts, sang a little bit, been judged. Didn't get any money though. Been blessed. Have my coffee. Talked to some great people. Invested about an hour and 3 minutes and 3 seconds of my time. So I feel like I've achieved a lot today. I have 41% battery life left. It's getting down to the wire. I must bid you a good day. But I'll be back tomorrow. So know that I love you all. And I hope the readings that I gave were beneficial. And know that you're all divinely guided and loved. And I'll talk to you guys later.